Hello, welcome to Calculus 1 online at UMKC. I will be your instructor for the course. My name is Stephanie Van Ryan. This course is an online asynchronous course that has some requirements for the exams to be proctored virtually, online, or proctored on campus in the ILC. Online courses can be difficult, so if you're having any issues with the course, please reach out to me. I am available to go over any of the material with you. Being virtual, it can be somewhat of a disconnect, but I promise you, if you're willing to put in the effort, I'm willing to meet you with that effort. The purpose of the video is to welcome you, but also to kind of go over Canvas and My Math Lab, the two homework systems we'll be using this semester. This course is a coordinated course through the course coordinator at UMKC, and all the homework problems and quiz problems has been selected by the coordinator, who will then be creating the final exam. The coordinator who will be creating the final exam for you this semester. The first thing I want to show you is the syllabus. You can find the syllabus in many different links in Canvas. One of them is the syllabus link. You can download it and save it to your desktop or print it off. Some of the highlights is my office hours will be virtually online from 8 to 9 p.m. on Monday nights. That's when your assignments will be due for the course. I am flexible. I understand everyone's going to have a little bit different schedule, so I'm able to meet with you at various different times. I use Zoom as a meeting room, and this is a very easy to use browser type interaction. You can also use your cell phone and download an application and get into a Zoom meeting, so there's various different ways we can do that. The ebook for the course, or the access, is My Math Lab. You'll have 14 free days of access once you click and sign into your Pearson account. And after 14 days, you'll have to enter an access code or purchase an access code. And you can do that at the UMKC bookstore or online. The required calculator, you can use a different one than a TI 30XA. That's just one that's recommended. You'll have to get my approval. It cannot do integrals, it can't do derivatives, and it can be graphing. So if you have a different calculator, just let me know. That will come up on the exams and the final exam that you won't be allowed to use a graphing calculator. The grade distribution is here. The percentage is broken down by My Math Lab homework, written homework, My Math Lab quizzes, and then semester exams and final exam. The final exam can replace your lowest semester exam if it's higher. And one thing about the semester exams, you'll need to take them virtually over the internet within Zoom or a different proctoring site, or on campus, and then a few people that might be at different places can take them at testing centers. Some testing centers charge, some libraries do it for free. So just email me and let me know if you want to do it at a different testing center, or if you're have any issues with proctoring exams online. You can see the topics that we will cover. My Math Lab homework will be due weekly, and I can go over that in the checklist for each week. And I'll kind of go over the Help Me Solve It, view an example, see a video. If you've taken any of the My Math Lab math classes before, you'll be kind of familiar to that setup. Written homework. This is an online course, and we still take written exams and a written final exam. So I'll be assigning written homework throughout the semester. I try not to make it too long, but I want to see your written work before that first exam. So the written homework is really to prepare you for the exams that will be virtual, that I will email them to you or send them to you. You'll print them off, take the exam, and then upload that to Canvas, all within a 60 to 80-minute period. So we'll discuss that. I'll have another video on how to complete that. My Math Lab quizzes were created by the course coordinator. So these are what she has selected to help you prepare for the exams, and then on top of that, to help you prepare for the final exams. So the course coordinator creates the final, and this is my 8th year teaching at UMKC, teaching calculus, so I've kind of got to know the coordinator pretty well, and I know kind of where she picks out the problems and what she emphasizes. The final exam day is Saturday, December 8th, and it will be on campus. And if you cannot make that, you need to email the course coordinator and get her approval to take the exam at a different time and location. Calculator policy. Sometimes we will talk a little bit about graphing just to kind of get the idea of what the derivative is doing. And so we recommend you use an online graphing calculator. Demos has a really good one. However, your homework or your exam quiz, your exams and final exam will not have any questions that have to do with the graphing calculator. But sometimes in the homework we will talk about, oh, let's throw this into a graphing calculator and see what it looks like. On an exam or final, you might be asked to graph something by using the calculus techniques that are taught in the section versus going to a graphing calculator. Policy on makeup work during the semester. I try to be pretty lenient on homework. I understand things come up through the semester, and so I'm willing to extend out homework as needed. Exams are a little more strict since this is a coordinated course. We need to stay on a schedule. But again, this is an online course, and I understand that there needs to be some flexibility built in. So open lines of communication is extremely important to me. If you're open and honest with me, I'm going to do everything in my power for you to be successful in this course. Email use. If you have questions on like needing an extension or personal issues, please use your umkc.edu email address. If you have questions on content, I ask you post that to the Piazza message board. That way everyone in the course can see it. So if you're struggling on one of the sections and you want me to elaborate on a certain specific student learning outcome or specific problem in my math lab, please post that to the Piazza message board. That way, that's kind of like our virtual classroom. I can get in there and make a video and post it to it, or respond to it, and everyone in the course can see it. There's a few different resources for this course. Of course, the Math and Science Tutoring Center on campus. We have virtual 24/7 tutoring that's available in NetTutor through Canvas. And then supplemental instructor will be assigned, and we'll get more on that in the first couple of weeks of the semester. There's also a web page available, the RU Calculus web page, that has previous lectures from previous semesters. It also has the course coordinator's previous final exams. So that's a pretty good resource as we get closer to the end of the semester to practice old final exams. There are the UMKC university policies and the arts and sciences policies. Here you can click them. If you have any questions on them, please let me know. And the last little part of this video is to kind of go over my math lab. So you will sign into my math lab through Canvas. If you're in the module, you can go through the steps for your browser check, and then once you actually sign in, this next step page is kind of going over how to get registered. Please use your exact same name that UMKC has on file so that I can link that together. But if you click on the My Math Lab and Mastering link, you should be able to open it in another tab and go right into your My Math Lab homepage. Just a little thing on here that I kind of want to go over. If you click on assignments, you want to make sure that your tab here is all assignments, not just homework assignments or quizzes. So sometimes students will just have it on homework and they'll only see the homework. So make sure you have it on all assignments. The first assignment is a study skills check. And this is kind of a prepare you for calculus. So it'll have some reviews of college algebra and a little bit of trig review. So on your assignments, this is not assigned necessarily. You don't get points for it. I can see your progress in it, but it's all to prepare you for this study skills quiz, which is 15 questions. And once you start it, you have unlimited attempts. So if you want to go in there and say, you know, what do I remember from college algebra and trig? And you can get in here, and once you submit it, you can see your score. And it will tell you, okay, you didn't get through all the questions, but you can see the questions. You can see the questions you got right. You can see the questions you got wrong. You can see the right answer. You can see what's going on there. Then you can retake it if you want, or you can go back to this study plan and study those student learning outcomes. So this is really kind of to give you a good idea of where you stand in going into calculus. The multimedia library has some great resources for each chapter. This is a coordinated course, so they're not built into the homework, but if you want to watch any videos on, let's say, chapter 2, which we're starting this course, you can find all the lectures, video lectures for each section. So I recommend you start here when you're getting prepared for a section. Is say, okay, I'm going to watch the lecture on ideas of the limits. These were done by the book publisher, and they do a really good job of introducing it and then giving you examples. So you can go through the introduction, and then if you want to see specific examples, like, oh,
in this example,
this is an example on my math lab, and I'm not exactly sure how to do it, they'll go through a few examples in each section. So this is kind of your resources for all your lectures built into my math lab. If you have any other questions on a homework problem and you want my specific take on it, you can post to the Piazza message board. And then you'll also be able to see your grade book. You'll see your percentage for the course, for your homework quizzes, and eventually we'll have offline assignments. You can look at various different data from each assignment here, and then you can show your calculations. I took a quiz that's 10% of the overall grade. So once you get more into it, you can kind of see how this changes your grade. If you have any questions on the course, please keep me posted. I am here to support your needs, and I wish you the best of luck this semester.